I hope you like being milled.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I have high hopes for Hope. Hope is a human wizard with lifelink that mills each of your opponents based on the amount of life you gain during your turn, which means that this is a blue-white life gain deck, and that means I have an excuse to run all of my favorite mono-white life gain cards and protect them with a couple key counter spells. This deck is running the various early life gain cards, the pride mates and things that reward you for gaining life, some of the really sweet life gain payoffs, and of course, a little bit of mill, because the more life you can gain, the more cards you can put in the graveyard, and you can finish your opponents off with a bit of mill. You might notice that this is a standard Brawl deck. That's for two reasons. The first one is Hope works a lot better in a format with a bit less removal, a little bit slower than historic Brawl. And the second one is, in standard Brawl, your opponent only has 60 cards, and milling 60 cards is a whole lot easier than milling 100 cards. So we're going to take Hope and his life-gaining friends into the queue and see if we can mill them out. This video is sponsored by Plank. Plank makes ultra-firm mattresses to help support your spine while you sleep. When I was looking for a new mattress, I knew I needed a sturdy, firm mattress, and Plank had just what I needed. They come in lots of sizes, and they will deliver right to your door. I live in an apartment that was built in the 1800s, so a lot of big mattresses and box springs barely fit up the stairs and around tight corners. But Plank ships their mattresses vacuum sealed in a super compact box. My new king-sized Plank Firm Luxe has both coils and high-density foam for a good night's rest. And if you want firm but not too firm, Plank mattresses are reversible, with ultra firm on one side and medium firm on the other. It was easy to set up and unbox, even though the bed is 10 times my size. And because I tend to run hot, I also opted for the Glaciatex cooling cover to keep cool at night. I love my Plank mattress, and I think you might too. If you're looking for an ultra firm bed, check out plankmattress.com/Amazonian. You can click on the links below and get 30% off your order with code AMAZONIAN. That's AMAZONIAN. No more haggling at the mattress store. With Plank, you get a 120-night sleep trial, limited lifetime warranty, and free shipping in the US. Plank mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped from their factory in Arizona, so you don't need to pay a middleman, and you get your mattress delivered right to your door. Once again, thank you so much to Plank for supporting my channel and my sleep. Eluge the Shoreless Sea. This hand has some very cool cards in it, but I don't think it'll be fast enough against, all counter spells. Authority of the Consuls can help a little. Hopefully I get another land. And Perilous Snare can take down this fish. Eluge is mono blue tempo. You use it to discount your instants and sorceries so you can cast your counterspells for free, using up your mana for everything else. It offers you lots of good card advantage, and it adds up quickly to a lot of damage because the more lands you have that are islands, and it turns things into islands, the more it goes, the higher it is. It's a real big fish. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And also, its counters are kind of additive, so even if it is, even if it's killed, the next time it comes up, it will see all of its counters. You like the art on this? I mean, it's awesome with, like, the otters capsizing in this giant wave. It's very cool. I'm going to play Enduring Innocence over my commander. There might not be a wash away in this format, but there's other cards to be worried about. Into the Flood Mother, just putting it back in my hand. Stock up. Wow, they are really doing some setup. Yeah, I'm just trying to get some critters out. Now that I have this, though, like, maybe I want to play out 2 this turn. Ooh, hey, River Churn. River Churn is such a fun finisher in this deck. Hope and a bat. Authority, by the way, works better with the other life gain cards because Hope only cares about life gain during your turn. It's still really helpful because of how it, Keeps things down a little bit. I don't have to worry about things being flashed out, so I will just attack in with both of these. Yeah, flash blockers, not going to be able to block. I'll play Enduring Innocence. I think actually going River Churn and holding up Get Lost might have been good, but I didn't want to risk this getting countered. Okay, that's fine. Cards in the graveyard are good for me. I've technically descended. Gory Heath Lynx would get me more cards. That is card advantage. I'm going to take that on top. And we mill them. There's 9 cards in their graveyard now. Ooh, Aetherize being in the grave makes me happy. There is still River's Rebuke in this format, as you can kind of see right there. Does anything hit this? We mill, we mill, we mill. I'm going to try to hit Eluge right here. I don't know what they have. I know they have something at instant speed, but it's tricky when, like, it could be anything. Long River's Pull. Gifting me a card. Not a land. Kind of wish it were. And Shoreline Lunar is an unblockable creature that's going to be drawing a card. Normally it just loots, but since their graveyard is chock full of nuts, they'll get even more. Now they have a discount of 2, but they only have 2 cards in hand. That's a saddle of 2. I'm going to try to get Eris in play. Giddy up. More like kitty up. We're going to go for some life gain and getting a Plains. There we go. We love some card advantage. Eris grows. And I'm going to play River Churn Monument. I don't have the double blue yet. But I'm about to mill 5 more cards. And if I can get half of their deck in the graveyard, I should be able to win. Where's my blue mana? There's very few blue sources in this deck because for the most part, this deck is white. You can build this deck to be a bit more blue. You can actually build this deck to be a control shell. And mine is not like that because I think that life gain works better. I think it's more fun. It's more interesting. It's a lot less sitting there holding a counter spell like what this guy's doing. Okay, a sudden setback. They're putting hope away. I will put hope in the command zone. Perilous Snare. Getting countered. What a surprise. And even though this can be used to reanimate later, they're not killing things. I just want to get more card advantage. All right, in you go. Yeah, that's what would have happened to Hope if we'd played him. Life, life, life. Yum, yum, yum. Big, big lady. Milling my opponent. Bird! No. Half their deck is in the graveyard. All I need is another blue source, and we take them out through mill. What a way to go. GG. Tiny Bones Bauble Burglar is going to be doing a bit of discard and taking said discarded cards, putting them in exile for himself. This hand is probably going to be kind of slow. I am still going to try it, but it's going to be tricky when they'll be attacking my hand. and making me lose out on a lot of value, especially on these higher cost cards because I can't play them right away. Hope is going to be my priority over playing Essence Channeler because I need something to gain life to make this grow. Come on, land off the top. Don't kill Hope. Oh, they grappled him. Well, at least I got a land. That makes me happy. I'll play Essence Channeler and Excalibur. Oop. Hello, Tony Bones. Nice of you to show up. Ah, dang. And now I draw my my life gain reanimation. I'll play the Sunblessed Healer. And now I assume I'm going to be made to discard. If I'm discarding any of these, it's Wind Crystal. Because this is the card that is least useful to them. Oh, but they get to choose. I think you choose Roaming Throne or White Auracite. Since Restricted Office doesn't even hit Tiny Bones. Oh. Okay, well, I guess they want to use it on my creatures as they grow. That's fair. Oh, Ritz. Here, have a Wind Crystal. It's great for all your white spells that you definitely have. I'll play Eris. And give him the Steel Cherith. Numbers go up. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Now look, you could wipe the board. Wipe the board. Wipe the board. If you don't, she's gonna get out of control super fast. Tiny Bones' exiled cards, by the way, do stick around for when he comes back if he dies, since they do... what's the word for it? They have counters on them. It's 2 and 2 life, right? Yeah, 2 and 2 life. I use Auracite. He's a skeleton, so he has a buff here. Good, Mr. Skeleton. And whenever they commit a crime, they will get 2 more skeletons. No bones about it. What are you looking at them for? That's right. I'm swinging in with a slightly buffed up Essence Channeler. If it dies, it will give its counters to something else. And if it doesn't die, well, cool. I'm getting in 4 damage, which makes me happy. Yes, hello, you have cards in hand, and my cards in hand. You could also just make me discard with Tiny Bones. No, they're voting Aerith out of the party. I have no other legends, so nothing here will get the counters. I feel like this should make you legendary, Excalibur too. And Visage of Dread, which makes me discard Roaming Throne. Oh no, the throne. Ooh, I get to swing. And hand empty, head empty. I get to mill them. Oh, good. Bandit's Talent. That card is so good. Yeah, it can't make me discard if I don't got cards. Okay, so they're actually gonna heist. And they get Final Showdown off this. This does not discard it, it just puts it in exile from where they can cast it. If that hit a land, it also would have been kind of funny. Because you can't steal a land off this. Though you could then make me discard it with Tiny Bones. Yeah, this is not something they can easily cast, because even though the spell is castable with any type of mana, they won't be able to pay any of the spree costs for the board wipe, just for the indestructible abilities. Warlock, because of Jiza. It all goes through. I'll play this, keep my hand empty. I'm going to move Excalibur 2 onto Ruin Lurker Bat and swing in. Number go up. And mill happens. Wow, those are all nasty cards. People are saying they tried this deck in Commander and it doesn't work. You lose every turn. You do not play mill in Commander and expect to win. You play mill in Commander because one of your friends is playing a graveyard deck and you're just like, you know what? Fine. I'm going to try to block Jisa here. Would you like to make her indestructible? And then cast the other board wipe? Yep, so they make her indestructible. Boop, 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 boop. I go to 2. Now you could cast Restricted Office. Jisa would remain. So would Tiny Bones. But so would Hope. Weehaw! Party Hawk is in the house tonight. I would say sorry for Party Hawkin', but like, I would never be sorry for Party Hawkin'. Tiny Bones, still a skeleton, but not doing much else. They have 1 life left, and a whole lot of stuff in the graveyard. Ooh, looks like they might have a reanimation. Oh no, it's the craft on Visage of Dread. Becomes a dinosaur. A dinosaur skeleton horror. It's a 6/5. It can block, can't attack. And it looks like I'm still going to win. Moving around this, getting in 1 damage. GG. Vinwixit Verbose Host. Vinwixit is going to be looking to get some tempo, playing difficult to block creatures, like this one with flying right here, in order to get their speed up. And I am going to try to stop them from getting their speed up by playing my own flyer on turn 1. This is part of why I kept this hand. Even though I won't be able to go super fast, maybe I can go fast enough to stop their speed from ever increasing. So they'll explore. They did find a land, which means these are now still the same size, but they won't be playing Vinwixit this turn. Once they get their speed to maximum, and they're going to be playing lots of like counter spells and bounce spells and stuff in the middle, number go up. Oh, I do have Pride Mate. I'm just going to make this trade. If they don't have anything to start their engines, that's better for me. Or I guess accelerate their engines? Whatever it is they're doing. That. Ghost Vacuum. They can go... Don't want a board wipe. A board wipe doesn't do great, I feel, in this matchup. Also, I feel like I want more stuff. Chat's wishing me a happy birthday. It's not my birthday. My birthday, I think, is in March. Don't quote me on that. I'm really bad at birthdays. Have a Pride Mate. Them having Ghost Vacuum also means they'll be able to slurp up their own creatures for value and then regurgitate them. So as I mill them, I might be in some danger. They countered my spell. Okay, yes, this is a tempo deck. Usually they want to have something out and then it's like counter, counter, counter. But If they get all of my synergistic cards together with this Ghost Vacuum, they could totally win off that. Essence Channeler. Does it resolve? It does not. I'll hit for one more. I mill you. That's right. It's a land. They did already start their engines off Muruganda Raceway, but it's still like, I don't think they eventually need to start hitting me, right? Oh, there we go. There's something with Flash. That's going to make their engines accelerate. Homunculus. I'm actually homunculus. Hopefully this resolves, but like, I shouldn't put too much faith in it. It's a mono blue deck, you know how they are. Yay! It resolved! And I get to draw a card, and I get to attack in, so I gain more life. I shouldn't put too much hope in it. Okay, what did I mill? Kaido, Mystic, this thing. Great. Go slurp one up. Mystic slurped. No homunks. Hello, Vinwixit. You have 5 mana. Costs 6, I think, to open that up. Yeah. They have 6. I mean, honestly, just getting those 4 would be pretty good, especially as flyers. No, they're gonna be mocking my Exemplar of Light. Look at me, when I gain life, I get a +1/+1 counter. That's what you sound like. I'm sniffing for counter spells. Sneef, sneef. No river churn. I'm gonna go for Sheltered by Ghosts. I'm putting it on the Exemplar. Okay, they had a negate. Restricted Office. They have a Pride Mate in there. 2 Pride Mates in there, so I'm actually going to keep that on top. And I'll assume that speed will go up next turn. They have 2 separate attackers. They have a bunch of other stuff, too. So I'll swing in for 6. Mill them! Yes! Go, grab your last critter. I wanted that to have lifelink. You all know I wanted it to have lifelink. They're swinging in for 1. Speed is now 3. So do you cast? They're gonna open up the Ghost Vacuum. Here comes all that stuff. And now it flies. They fly now. They fly now. Uh-oh, witness protection. I need these to grow a little bit more so I could, like, blast them all. I can either go for human or cleric here. I like human, because then I'm milling them more, and I can mill this, and that's fun and funny. I know what I'm here for. It's mill. I know what I'm here for. Ooh, I milled something I can use from the graveyard. Think twice. How many cards are in their graveyard now? 12? Okay, awesome. asking for no particular reason. Yeah, I can name Cleric and this would double trigger. But I went for Hope instead, so this will double trigger. Also, there's a couple other humans in the deck, like Eris and stuff. Unfortunately, most of the humans are not wizards. Very few wizards in this deck. You gotta attack with at least 2. Don't you want to get your speed to maximum so you double draw? So the Pride Mates will grow. They'll draw off that, which means they'll actually draw 2. Are you a wizard? Okay, yep. Splendid Angel. I guess I could pay 4. They draw, and then they draw again. They get a little guy. Little guy acquired. And they deduce. Deduce. Gain 1 life, draw a card, blah, 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 this, that, that. How important is it to me that I get another angel? Because I could attack with Hope. No, I'm just going to mill a bit more. Just a little. Just a little mill. Oh, dang. If I hadn't paid the 4 on that, I think I would have had a lethal mill. Let's see if they can deal with the River Churn Monument. If not, I think we do we have Commit to Memory in Standard right now? There's so many random cards that are in Standard because they were in Foundations. I know River's Rebuke is in Standard, just as an example. It's really confusing to try to be like, these were not cards that were in Draft. They're just cards that are in Standard because of the starter boosters. Okay, they're drawing, which is actually drawing 2. They still have 6 mana up. They're drawing again. Oh, buddy. You're dead to mill. You drew too close to the sun. GG. Kefka Court Mage. When he enters or attacks, he'll be making both players discard and then drawing cards based on the number of types discarded. I don't have a turn 1 thing to do, so I'll surveil. And I would like a little bit more mana for this hand, even though I could play Hope on turn 2. I have this weird little counter spell. Oh, it's Tony Bones. Hi, Tony. I could take away Tony's abilities. Tiny Tony with no bonies. And Emmet, Selk, Unsundered, will be transforming once there's enough cards in their graveyard. Very awkward for me, a person who's trying to mill them. Well, I guess here's a cat. Meow wow. I played this in part because I could double block. I wonder why they have Valgavoth Slayer. I guess it's just fixing. It's not bad fixing in this format. They draw. They'll discard. And I'm pretty sure they'll have some sort of removal, but I'm going to make them use it on my cat or cat collector. If they wanted to save Emmet. Nope, they traded him with a rando uncommon. Love that for us. I will name Human. And play Hope. Protected from counter spells. I see that blue mana. Ignore my counter spell. They're consulting the star charts. That will get them 2 cards from the top 4 of their deck. This is a great new piece of card draw. Like instant speed card selection. Super good. And they could have Kefka come out next turn, which is part of why I want to make sure I'm holding up this counter spell. Horror. Not a horror. Balemark, maybe? Overlord of? Okay, I'm unable to counter it. It is an avatar horror, and it is going to murder Hope! I don't have enough to do the thing. I guess I can eat the food. Ghost vacuum. Ooh, they can start slurping up critters. Critter slurps. Yep, cool. I will play Exemplar of Light and let them resolve the Kefka. Or I should say, still holding up blue, but using this to eat food. I would love, though, to, like, have a turn and, like, copy something, too. I love the instant speed cologne. Congratulations on your cat collection. Yeah, they opted for killing Hope instead of making their commander uncounterable. Here's Kefka. Not going to counter him. Am going to discard this Plains. Usually they also discard lands or multi-typal things. So that was a multi-typal card. So they actually get 3 cards in hand. Lucky them. I will eat a food. Yum, yum. White Auracite. Ooh, perfect. I could put Kefka in jail. You could even play this first to gain an extra life. And I'm going to just warp her in so I can also hold up the 3 steps ahead. We draw. Ooh, Resplendent Angel even. Kefka be gone. I get to gain another life. If I want to go for the card draw, I could play the Resplendent Angel. I would prefer to just hold the 3 steps ahead on this turn. Swinging in for 6. Shame Hope's not getting to do much, but I had a bunch of games where I like won off Hope and River Churn Monument when I was testing this deck. That made me believe in Hope. They are munching up from the graveyard. They do have 6 mana, so they could explode this. Hope's cheering from the sidelines. Yeah, good job, everyone. My mom's dead, and I'm sad about it. I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy XIII games. I'm going entirely off of what people in chat have told me. River's Rebuke? I think not. My rebukes will remain unrivered. Wait, other way around. My rivers will remain unrebuked. GG. Yuna, Hope of Spira. I have a way to turn off her abilities, maybe wipe the board, but it's going to be tricky with how Yuna is. She's going to be bringing back enchantments from the graveyard, which means that even if I get rid of them, they'll come right back, and they'll be protected on the turn they come back. That's going to make it harder for me to hit them by taking away some of these abilities. I'm going to bring out the Glory Heath Lynx. This can get me some lands, and it's got a bit more attacking prowess than Hope does. Kind of makes me sad that Hope's not a 2/3. Like you would hope that he would be, but he's not. And also the fact that I'm milling them means that I might need to leave Hope behind. I know, these are all very dramatic things for me to say. Yep, instead I'm going to bring out this Essence Channeler. I am still... Oh, I can't saddle, right? Because it's tapped. So I'm going to swing in. They did not surveil anything into the graveyard. Don't lose hope. I'll never lose hope. Except for all the times that hope will get, like, exiled. Yeah, I kind of have to set up for, like, all-in-one big swing here. Or for them to already have whatever their targets are in the graveyard. So I can do this instead. All right, they are drawing and discarding. Yeah, I would really like the land. So I'm going to forgo attacking with this. So I can get a land. That will get a little bigger. And I'll play Exemplar of Light. Why does your mom let you gain life? If only the card Abandon Hope were in Arena, it would be very appropriate. They're doing a little cute loot boogie. Hopefully that's not a board wipe. Nope, they're casting Esper Origins from the graveyard. This is going to come out as Esper Modern, which will get them a card, add mana, and then give a little overrun buff. But they also like surveil and gain the life. Okay, Buried in the Garden, that is removal. I'll make this Unable to Scream. Add this in, so I will gain more life instead of some life. And I will put another land in hand. To ensure I'm getting these land drops. Awesome. I have a really good lineup of creatures here. Eris is in hand. Right now, the things in their graveyard are not enchantments. So a board wipe would be rough, but we could rebuild. Yeah, I almost have them down to their starting life total. They gained a bunch of life off this and off the Esper Origins. Here's Yuna. They put Buried in the Garden in their graveyard using Motlantly. And they're going to exile... I would go for Exemplar of Light, personally. She only has life gain on one turn, not the other. Ma'am. You can kill my Lynx. I just want the life gain trigger. Oh, my cat's coming in. Hi, Scraps. I don't want to risk the mill. There's so many random cards in Foundations. Hey, girl, what's up? Do you want to come up on the desk? What are you doing? Oh! She's sniffing at a thing I brought in from the curb. This is gonna sound real weird, but I pick through a lot of trash. But I also live in Boston where people will put out boxes of their stuff around moving day to, you know, share the bounty. And the bounty I found, Scraps is very interested in because it's from a household that must have had a cat. And it's also, a giant fuzzy cat tail. Actually, I think it's a fox tail. I don't know. Somebody must have abandoned their persona. Because now I have this. Amazing, right? I think it's pretty impressive. Scraps, why are you yelling? Is it because you want this? You want it so bad? You want it? Here you go. Looking for scraps. Oh, okay. Make my heiress grow! Yep, she's still sniffing it. She says, sniff, sniff, sniff. You wanna come up? If I stand up, she'll come up. She says, wah-wah. Milady, your chariot awaits. Yeah, some pink fox furry has abandoned their tail. No, heiress with the gains! Oh god, an heiress getting taken out right before Elspeth comes down. Slashes my angel vitality. I think this calls for a board wipe. Yeah, those get doubled. I'll still attack with the sire. Wonder if I'd be... Like, I'm trying to think if there's a way for me to align milling all at once. Because now these will actually kill me on a 0. This, I think I can kill Elspeth here. Because of the First Strike, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Lifelink Ward. Pay 7 life. Oh, actually, they're taking that out. Oof. That's a problem for me. Well, I'll do what I can. Freeing my girl. But they still have all of those. Oh, Scraps, you're so good. I know everyone loves Scraps. They also have the buff back here. Oh, girl.
Rise and seize your destiny.
6 times 3, 18, because they're not using the Restless Prairie. Still enough to kill me. Ooh, it's rough being a mill deck against a graveyard deck. Chinook Memorial Ensign. Landfall will cause 1 damage to my face, and also the second landfall each turn will draw them a card. There's a couple fetches in Standard that can trigger this, and plenty of things that can play additional lands per turn. I'm going to set up for my life gain bright and early with Rune Lurker Bat. This dude doesn't have reach, so the air should be a clear spot for me to start swinging in. And that does have reach. But that's fine. I'll swing in anyway. Nice. Number go up. And based on what's in my hand and everything else, I'm going to name Human for Hope. There is one card that I would really, really, really like to mill and not have them play because I'm going to be milling so many lands. And that's the Ice Till Explorer. Ice Till will be something that allows them to play additional lands per turn, replay lands from their graveyard. It's such a ridiculous card, but it does accelerate me milling them. Let that go through. All right, I would like another land. Land is good. I will take Hope, give him double lifelink in order to take out their commander. And also protecting Hope. At least there's no strip mine in this format. So true. Fun fact, if I had surveilled that into the graveyard, this would have let me scry. But I wanted a land. I milled it? Hold up. I did! Ice Till Explorer is in the graveyard. So this is a Tifa but for anything. Which is strong enough that I'm going to put it inside of a rock. I'll attack with the bat. You can trade, they don't trade. And we mill for 1. There are a couple other things that either let you play lands from the graveyard, like there's a room, and there's a couple things I think that return all lands, like Lumra. They're probably running those cards, but, you know, we do what we can. I have 5 mana here. Halia would be kind of fun. Eris would be kind of fun. I'm actually going to play Cat Collector, though. And hold up No More Lies. When I gain life for the first time in the turn, I'm going to get a creature. I'm going to get a little Penny Meow Meow. And we mill for 1. But having this, I think, is pretty important. Okay, so they glimpse the core. This just gets them a land. Scraps, you're being so good right now. And if they don't give me something to counter, I actually use this food and I can eat it. It won't make me a cat, but I could still do it. I'd rather be using this as a counter spell. So come on, play a thing. Yeah, I'll counter that, the guy. In loot, cute. That was in exile. That would have cheated out creatures and let them play additional lands per turn. Oh, Scraps, everyone loves you, don't they? Everybody loves you because you're a small cat. Everybody loves you because you like that. I'm going to warp in Halia. She gains a life. I get a cat. I gain another life. Then I'm going to play Eris with the gains. And swinging in the air. I'll get to draw a card off Halia. Halia. Big Hallie Alley. And she's going to go to exile, so I can recast her to get her own trigger from herself in case I don't have another creature to play. If Hope dies, Hope does not die with us. Because we can actually reanimate Hope using the Sunblessed Healer in my hand. Ooh, it's social engineering. Landfall will make them tokens. Creature fall makes me creatures. I need to make Big Lady. I need Big Lady. I'm swinging in with everything here. After they declare a blocker, I'm planning on telling Tanook to get lost. Get out of here. Look, I'm giving you maps. They'll help you find more land. They're down to 7 life. Eris is huge. And we're going to mill them for 11. And the final showdown. Do or die this turn. The board wipes in red in standard are no blasphemous act. They will not be taking out Eris. Galta can cheat in some creatures from hand. Do you have... Okay, so like that is a hoof, but there's only one creature here that doesn't have summoning sickness. And I have like over my starting life total still. So Galta is a toy. Do I even need to play a critter? No, but it's kind of fun. I'll eat a food. You know what? I'll eat a snack. Yum yum. Tasty tasty. I'll swing in with you too. Okay, that brings me up to 14 on there. Dang, not quite lethal. Oh, I love Cliff Bridge. What a funny board wipe for this deck. You know, I should have also swung in with Hope. They have 5 cards left. And, like, given him Indestructible. That could have been cute. Life total high. Deck total low. Only 5 cards remain. Are they trying to find a way through? You've got pings. This was in Foundations. I know this got a reprint. There's so many cards that you just look at them and you're like, why is this in Foundations? I guess so. So that gained them a tiny bit of life. They harmonized it. And we win the game. Clap, clap, clap. Excellent job, everyone. Galta, Primal Hunger. The more power you have, the less it costs. I don't have anything to gain me life here, but I have some amazing life gain payoffs. And if I can get a blue source, I can bring down Hope and start gaining little bits of life. This is like a pride mate on its own. This is literally a Johnny's pride mate. And this is a woman who will collect some pride mates of her own. She's the cat collector. As I gain life, she makes cats. Okay, Galta costing 2 now. I could go for the Surveil. I think I would rather cat collector, and I'm gonna swing in with a Johnny's pride mate to say, hey, if you want to trade, because that's a mana dork, I'm down. Meow wow. Yeah, you guys like my human? Humans. Sadly, this is only once per turn. Oh no! Well, at least I get a card out of it. Big bouncies. Oh no! Their big raccoon asked a nasty question. It does have reach. I don't think I go for Hope this turn. I think I go for this Exemplar. I'm still naming human on this. And playing this out. This does have reach, but I'll be able to start putting counters on it, which will draw me cards. I think they could probably play Galta this turn. Oh god, that's Ouroboros. I think what I'm going to need to do is look for blue mana, because this is one of the scariest cards in Standard, making it one of the scariest cards in Standard Brawl. Each turn, it grows, not itself, but everything. And it grows even more each time. So I'm going to start with gaining this life, which gets me a counter, which gets me a cat, which draws me a card. And I need another blue source. Oh, it's a tapped blue source. Can I survive that long? I can if I chump block with Hope. No, I'm gonna dig. We mill for 3. Oh, good news. I've milled a Gigantosaurus. But they can just play Galta for 2 mana. Everything gets +2/+2. Really? Even with the Ouroboros? They could have something for that. I'm like trying to think if they would. Overprotect. Okay. She will not see the life gained. This will draw a card, though, which is what I needed, which is why I'm looking, which is a very helpful card indeed. It is a board wipe. I'm going to swing in for 5, and then I'm going to destroy everything. You know, I think they actually had lethal if they did that pre-combat, because they would have given an additional +3/+3 to everything. Nice dog. I ain't gonna do the math, though. It worked out for me, so it works out. I have a counter spell up. Nice doggy. Good doggy. Vaultborn Tyrant is not going to resolve. It's going to be exiled, which means it won't add towards the graveyard count, but I think it solidifies me in the lead. GG. And in Pakal, 1000th Moon, and they're going first. This is a Boros aggro tokens commander that makes tokens whenever you attack with any non-gnome. and grows Animpakal, making more tokens the more times you do it. I will make sure I'm able to, like, play Hope pretty early. It could be good. It's tricky. Since I do have a double spell that I could cast the turn after. Oh, Voice of Victory. Gonna stop me from casting things on their turn. I'm gonna play Hope, since if they attack in, I will lose life, but I'll also gain some life back since I do have a blocker. Here comes Animpakal. And the priority for me to kill are going to be these permanent tokens, so I will kill that. Great start. This would even look like a historic Brawl start. This is such a good card. And even though it means I'll be taking a bit more damage, I want to start milling them, so I'm going to swing with Hope. Also, speed up. They left that there, so I assume they have Suplex or a Braid. Disenchant. Old school. And a Charming Scoundrel. Who's getting Wicked? Oh yeah, Wicked awesome. Bunch of tokens, bunch of gnomes. And Hope is not gonna have a good swing here. Like the Exemplar of Light and Chill. She does have Gnombleize. I hear my cat doing something suspicious. One moment. She's just on a chair. She's not allowed to be in the chair. It's okay. Alright, so they tapped out, so at least I know I can block fully here. I will block you and you. I will gain some life. And I will, draw a card. I think I need to just, like, maximize the life gain here over the card draw. Okay, Cat Collector. I have already gained life for the first time this turn. And we chill. Milling a few more cards out of their deck. Okay, the Harrier just helps them go wide. Aurelia is swinging in. Everybody is swinging in. I take 3. They draw a card. I think that leaves me alive. And with the direct damage taken out, which is important to me, I will gain another card off that. Okay, Tranquil Cove. Auracite. Auracite! What a sight for sore eyes. White Auracite, please remove Animpakal from the battlefield. Tranquil Cove! On a land! I want to gain some life, but I have 1 mana, 2 mana up. So I could also play something else here. River Churn or Excalibur. I'll go for the Excalibur, or I could go for the food. But I think I'm all right with this. Oh no. I needed to leave up the mana and not play this so I could eat the food. Is this 3 damage or 4? Oh, it turns out it doesn't matter. Because they got 4 to my face. GG Animpakal, almost stabilized. It's another instance of hope. Cool, we'll be milling each other, gaining lots of life and seeing what happens. I do go first though, but I don't have anything to do on turn 1. I could hold open a counter spell, but I'd rather Play Life Creed Duo. They don't have double white. Okay. Cat Collector. I gain a life, make a cat, gain a life. Meow, meow, wow. Swing for 1. Why'd you keep this hand? Ooh, Patchwork Banner, naming Cleric, Human, Wizard. Human. Well, they gained some life. Party Hawk! Hello, Party Hawk. That's their only blue source, so it might be good for me to exile it. I'm gonna give the Cat Collector lifelink and swing in with all 3 of these. I have Restoration Magic to protect something, and I will get another cat and another life gained. Life total up. Who knows, maybe they'll play Eris and just start Party Hawking. Sheltered by Ghosts. What do you target? Pay the ward. And I will protect. Hexproof. Turns out having 2 colors of mana really helps. GG Hope. And Impakal, 1000th Moon. They're going to be hitting us with gnomes. And that's going to be no problem for us because we can gain lots of life. Though she is one of the strongest Boros aggro commanders in Arena, both in Brawl and in, well, Standard Brawl. I've got Hope, I've got birds, I've got everybody gets to be a pride mate, I've got cats. I'm pretty happy with this. Also, notably, usually not many graveyard things in their deck, which means that I'm safe to mill them. I don't need the mill on turn 1. I'm going to bring out this Glory Heath Lynx. It's a good kitty. It's better at attacking than Hope is. Or a Steel Cutter, but no second spell. I will play Hope and Excalibur. And I could hold up a blocker to discourage blocks, but I would rather do the thing that the deck is here to do. And they are so not into it. So we win! A good fast start against aggressive deck. Nico, Light of Hope. Nico is going to be exiling and returning things into play, turning his shards, or their shards, into copies. I guess I got turn 1 into a turn 2, into a turn 3, into a turn 4, and it's all life gain all the time. I'm gonna go for Pride Mate over Hope. Even though, like, Nico's not doing graveyard stuff, there's no reason for me to run Hope out this early. Not when I have an Ajani's Pride Mate. Oh, classic life gain win con in hand. Deduced. Yeah, you get 2 shards when they enter, and then you can make copies. Yay. I think Angel of Vitality. And we want to just pre-combat for more from a Johnny. There's a chance that this person is running less enter the battlefield blinky stuff and more control cards. We'll have to find out by playing. Okay, so unfortunately, there goes Angel of Vitality. And they're going to make an offering. Exiling that, so this will tap for either color. They have 3 mana up. Cat Collector. Very good with this Hinterland Sanctifier, because we will gain a life, make a cat, gain a life. Yeah, wow. Look at this. It's a whole zoo out here. And they're drawing cards. Did you mean to make Prof your commander? There's like things that enter and make cards draw that you can clone. They're not interested. All right. Life Creed Duo and Hope. Haven't milled a single critter. There's one, Anticausal Vestige. That actually works really great with blinking too, since it triggers when it leaves. They put Hope in the moon! Okay. I don't mind him being in the moon. Oh, I could free him if I, like, really want to. This also would free him temporarily. I want to eat this food on their turn, because then I get another card draw off Exemplar of Light. Arcane Signet. Oh, the Riddler! Riddle me this. What draws a card and has warp? It's that. That does. Chat says it's lore accurate because Cocoon was a moon in Final Fantasy 13. Dang, that's crazy. These Final Fantasy games are wild. Think they're gonna wipe the board again? Ah, they might. Whatever, big pride mate, go. Oh, hey, there's my board wipes. They're down to 5. And I have this anchorage, too, as like a cleanup. Well, Nico. They're consulting the Star Sharks. They're pondering deeply. Kicking it so they get a little bit more. Day of Judgment. Yep, it was a board wipe. That's fine with me. I will Restless Anchorage. I'll play this. Why not? Swing in. See what's on top of my deck. Is it a land? It is a land. A Scryland. Is it time for Nico? It's Nico time! I feel like this could just be a counter spell, so I like just continuing to go with the land attack. What do you got? Loses all abilities. Wait. Would it stop being a creature? No, it's still a creature. Okay. This is me, like, I don't know how that works. I can turn this into a creature next turn. And I feel like this person is running, like, more board wipes, because there are a bunch more, like, Ultima and stuff. And I suspect that playing out my Repentant Angel will just cause that to happen. Oh no, my Excalibur. Hi, Nico. Yeah, the least blinky stinky one you've ever seen. I'm trying to get it to not tap Hope so I can maybe attack with him. Do you have a counter spell? Oh, they're digging. I don't think they do. Wait, but they kept on top. Here's Hope. Come on, don't hit a land. Aw, man. I don't get to explore. It would have been a land anyway. And here's Omni. Sure. This will draw them a card. I'd say Omni being down is a bit of a problem. My main Omni removal was there. I do still have 2 exiling artifacts in the deck. But against Omni, that's going to be real tough. Still, I feel like this deck is not really a Nico deck. This is kind of like the Proft decks. But look, there's a minor amount of synergy. Okay. Not me looking at their life total here.
More heroes for the cause.
All right, because none of my artifacts have come out. Hope. Kitty. An angel. And authority. Don't you want to draw more cards? You want to kill my angel? What do you want to do? Make him fly? A restless anchorage. A couple of counters. Hope has lost his voice. My angel is in the moon. And I'm over the moon. Fun fact, they actually just turned Hope into an artifact, so now I can craft with it. Which they could just destroy it, but I think it's funny that they did that. So Glyphbridge is a weird card that says, on turns you attack, you can't cast spells. Hello, 1 hope, please. Yay, card draw. Yeah. Mill them! They could just kill it first. Like, Elspeth can do that. Nope, they're going in the air. Okay. It's like they just don't care. So because they attacked me, they should not be able to cast spells. Yippee! That's got 3 power. But that's fun. Hello, does my Kiraga resolve? It does not. They gain me some life. I'm attacking with all 3. Is it Aetherize? I feel like I milled an Aetherize. Oh, not yet. They told Hope to get lost. Do you have something for the Glory Heath links? Do you have something for the Glory Heath links? Do you have something for the Glory Heath links? don't think they have it. What a way to win. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. And also thank you to the sponsor for this episode. I appreciate Plank Mattress supporting my channel, and I also appreciate the support I've been getting over on my subathon on Twitch. This was actually a donation incentive deck. Jan Lance had requested Hope, and I gave them the choice of it being a standard Brawl deck or a historic Brawl deck, with the same caveat I mentioned at the start of the video. Yes, Hope is cool, and milling in Azorius is neat, but the best way to build it is around the life gain shell with a couple key pieces of removal to protect it. I find that people who build him as a combo deck, especially in Historic Brawl, you're very rarely going to get to pull it off just because everybody is teched around stopping you. And also as a blue-white commander, you're going to go up against some really nasty decks, ones that are chock full of counter spells and don't need to gain life. The life gain also works a lot better against aggressive decks. Like you saw that Anna Pakal, they want to take you down to 0 life, but your life total's so high it doesn't matter. Against a control deck, they don't care what your life total is. They'll kill you eventually with something. That's just the way that they roll. If you're looking for the deck list, by the way, you can find it in the description of the video. And I'll say, this deck's pretty darn fun, and Standard Brawl has been pretty fun. You don't have to deal with Strip Mine, and sure, you don't have access to the same depth of cards, but there are a ton of cards in Standard right now, including a lot of ones that just kind of are in there. I'll mention it sometimes. I'll be like, wait, that's a card? Yes, because Foundations just kind of shows up and has cards, whether they're amazing new cards or just crazy reprints of cards. There's a lot of stuff that's just in Standard for some reason, making it actually a pretty cool format to play Brawl in. I'm not giving up on Historic Brawl, don't worry. I'm just doing a few more Standard Brawl decks where it makes sense, especially for commanders that I can try them in Historic Brawl and they just don't quite work. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.